And we are back. We are back with another beautiful interview right here on Unity Live Radio. We are going over to Michigan, USA. We have with us a special lady. She is a humanitarian, a speaker, book author, and an entrepreneur. She's a wife and, of course, let's see what else. She was had an issue before where she was diagnosed with cancer. And, of course, it took a turn on her life, but it brought her to write two beautiful books, one of which is Cry Until You Laugh and Love Is. I am talking about the beautiful author Kim Sorrelle over there in Michigan, USA. We welcome you, Lady Sorrelle. How are you doing? Welcome to the Lady Tracey Show.
Thank you, Lady Tracey. I am thrilled to be here.
It's a pleasure, and I am just thrilled at how you rode out of all of this struggle. I mean, not everyone really, survived cancer, but before we get to, that part of the testimony, can you tell us a little bit more about who Kim Sorrelle is?
Sure. Well, I am an entrepreneur. I do run a nonprofit organization, like you mentioned. I am a mother and a grandmother of 11 children, and love life and live it each day.
Wow, how else is best to do it but to live it, Kim? And I mean, I love the fact that you really, you're appreciating it for what it is. And I think this is the best way to give thanks. And we noticed, Kim, that you didn't only, own an organization, but you also speak. Can you tell us a little bit about your speaking engagements? What is it like, and what are some of the theme and topics that we look forward to if persons would like to book you on a speaking engagement?
Yes, well, I would love to talk about that. I do love to speak. I speak at conferences and retreats. I speak at churches. I speak at organizations, wherever. Most lately, I've been talking about love, about this four-letter word that we think we all know. And I decided to figure out the true meaning of love. And so I've been talking about that, how people can radically change their world and radically change their life if they truly understand the real meaning of love.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Now let's get to your books, because love is one of them. You just wrote Love Is and Cry Until You Laugh. Can you tell us a little bit about these two releases?
Sure. Cry Until You Laugh is a book that I started when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I went to the bookstore and everything was either depressing or really medical, and nothing told me what it was going to feel like and what I was going to go through. And so I started writing really as a way to update family and friends, but it turned into so much more than just an update. And then 4 months into my diagnosis, my husband was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he passed away 6 weeks after that. And so I wrote for a little more than a year. So I wrote during that whole time. So it was more than just about cancer, of course, and going from being cared for to a caretaker, and then life that I didn't expect at 47 years old to be without the man of my dreams. And so that is what Cry Until You Laugh is about, because that's what you have to do. You have to cry until you laugh, but the laughter should come, and the cloud can go away, and the grief can be what it should be, just something that you deal with from time to time, but not something that you have to live in and be surrounded by and be stifled by. But joy can come in the morning, right? So that is Cry Until You Laugh. And then losing my husband made me wonder about the real meaning of love, because love, it's not like you go to the bookstore and buy a manual on love or Love for Dummies or whatever, right? So we learn love from our parents, our grandparents, whoever is in our life. And not everything we learn about love really is love. And not everything done in the name of love is love. And so I wanted to figure it out. And so I decided I would dedicate a full year to figuring out what it is. I took a 2,000-year-old poem that most of us know: love is patient, love is kind, does not envy, does not boast, etc. And I took it one word at a time, one word a month. and to figure out what is love that is patient, what is love that is kind. And what I figured out, Lady Tracey, is that you put love is or love is not in front of any word and it completely changes the meaning.
Wow. Wow. That's very cool. I mean, I never thought of it like that. It's a passage we all know. Even Valentine's Day, that's what the pastor read in the church. But putting it in front of word gives the total different meaning, of course, because the scripture went on many different nouns and everyone had their own meaning. It's a big word, and I think you did just a great job doing it every day, one day at a time. I mean, that's very interesting, Kim. All right, now, if persons want to get these two books, where can they go to get it, and what's the cost for them?
Well, it is available at booksellers everywhere. They're available on Amazon.
Mhm.
They're available Barnes and Noble. They're available in brick and mortar stores as well as online. But pretty much anywhere the books are out there, Cry Until You Laugh and Love Is.
Mhm.
And my name is a little tricky. There's a lot of Love Is out there, but it's a beautiful blue cover. And my last name has way too many letters. It's Sorrelle, 2 R's, 2 E's, 2 L's. I don't even know why, but I'm the only Kim Sorrelle literally in the entire world spelled that way. And so
Wow.
I'm easy to find if you know how to spell my name.
Yes.
And the book is easy to find. And depending on where you buy it, it goes for different prices. It's so $15 to $17,
Mhm.
something like that, depending on where you
Beautiful.
go. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kim. And in case you guys are wondering, it's spelled Kim, Kim Sorrelle, Sorrelle. And of course, she has her website with this name, kimsorrelle.com. You can also find her on Facebook at Kim Sorrelle, of course, LinkedIn, Instagram, and she's also on Twitter and YouTube. And of course, you will find her on Amazon. Kim, is there anyone you would like to acknowledge? Because I know that there are a few persons who have been with you on this journey.
Yes, actually, I did this journey in Haiti, of all places in the world, and it really changed things dramatically. I think doing it in a country like Haiti, and so Patrick and Gertrude and Claudie and Robinson and all of the people that I love in Haiti that are a big part of the journey and walked alongside me while I did it. Those people I just love, and I have a big part of my life, a big part of my heart.
Beautiful, amazing. Kim, I wanted to give our listeners one advice before you go. Now, you mentioned something profound earlier in the interview that when you went into the bookstore, all you see were sadness, nothing encouraging, nothing uplifting. So I want you to advise our listeners, those who are going through one of the darkest part of their life today before you go. What one advice could you give to these guys who are really, rooting for you today and listening in?
I would say that the best thing that you can possibly do is realize that there might be something happening to you, but it's not who you are. Cancer doesn't define you, or the dark moments in life do not define you. You are beautifully and wonderfully made, created in God's image, and that is who you are. You're a child of God. You are not cancer. You are not grief. You are not sadness. You are a child of God. And keep that in mind. The cancer will come and go, and the sad moments will come and go. We don't live just in the valleys, and we don't live on the mountaintops. We go back and forth, and there's going to be hard times, but just smile during the hard times. Find the joy. There is always joy. Joy is a gift from God, and there is always joy there to find. Find it and hang on to it, because that is what's going to see you through.
Beautiful, amazing. Well said, Kim. Thank you so much. You were a blessing. And you notice, guys, she made it out, even though unfortunately her husband did not. She made it out. So there's hope. You don't have to feel like it's the last of your life. Thank you, Kim. It was a pleasure having you. And we're looking forward to hear some more of you. I know something else is coming up, but keep us in the loop. And we want to hear about them all right? Have a beautiful day. And we're wishing you a happy rest of the year while you continue to live in it one day at a time. Have a good one now.